Located south of the equator, Paraguay is considered to be the heart of South America. The landlocked country's borders touch no ocean, but the countries of Bolivia, Argentina, and Brazil surround it. The country is about the size of California and can be divided into three main geographic areas: the Chaco, also known as the Green Desert, the Campo, or simply the Garden, and the City. We'll be starting our journey today in the Chaco. Located in the western part of Paraguay, the Chaco is very dry and flat, and temperatures can reach up to 118 degrees Fahrenheit. With lots of thorny bushes and cacti, the Chaco is often referred to as the Green Desert. It is home to many animals like the jaguar and the armadillo, and the streams found in this region host more than 400 species, including the piranha. It is the largest part of the country, but has the least amount of people living there. Because of the dry conditions in the Chaco, no crops are grown there. Instead, cattle ranches are run by the cowboys of Paraguay, or los estancieros. From the Chaco, we'll move on to the Campo. More than 90% of the population of Paraguay lives east of the river in what is known as the Campo. The Campo contains many small towns and villages, as well as rolling hills, farmland, forest, and rivers. It is much easier for farmers to grow crops in this part of Paraguay rather than in the Chaco. The Campo is green and lush with vegetation most of the time. The major agricultural crops grown in the Campo are sugarcane, soybeans, cotton, and grains like maize. Because Paraguay is south of the equator, the nation's seasons are opposite of those in North America. The warm, summery season lasts from September until April, and winter months are from July through September. Right now, temperatures in Paraguay are fairly cool. There are two main types of Paraguayan people. The Guarani are native Paraguayan Indians, and the second group are the Spaniards. The majority of the Paraguayan population are now mestizos, who are a mix of Guarani and Spanish ancestry. The two official languages of Paraguay are Guarani and Spanish. Guarani is used in everyday life, while Spanish is used in business and government. One interesting thing that can be found in the Campo is the Friendship Bridge. It connects Brazil and Paraguay and symbolizes the friendship that the countries share due to the Itaipu Dam. The Itaipu Dam functions because of hydroelectric power, which is electricity produced by a dam. In the 1970s, the Itaipu Dam was built on the Paraná River with Brazil. It has become a major source of revenue or money for Paraguay. The dam employed 40,000 workers to build it, and it is 141 million cubic feet of concrete. Also magnificent, like the Itaipu Dam, are the Iguazu Falls. Considered one of the 7 wonders of the world, these breathtaking waterfalls lie in the border between Argentina and Brazil and are visible from Paraguay. They are 2.5 miles wide, with more than 20 separate falls that average 200 feet in height. Unfortunately, Paraguay lost the territory of Iguazu Falls during the War of the Triple Alliance of 1864, but they are still accessible for any tourist today. Before we get too far into Asunción, there are some things new travelers should know about Paraguay. For instance, Paraguay's flag is unusual because the emblem is different on each side. Both sides have 3 colored stripes. The top stripe, red, stands for justice. The middle, white, stands for peace, and the blue bottom stripe stands for liberty. On the front of the flag is the national coat of arms with a yellow star that stands for the nation, and palm and olive branches that symbolize unity and peace. On the backside, the emblem contains the image of a yellow lion with the words peace and justice above it. This is fitting for Paraguay because the national symbol of Paraguay is the lion. Commemorated on May 15th, Paraguay's Independence Day celebrates the country's freedom from Spain and Argentine control, and citizens celebrate similarly to the 4th of July with parades, fireworks, and lots of food. The historic Casa de Independencia showcases pieces of history that date back to 1811, precisely the night of May 14th, when a group of brave Paraguayans came out of the house to declare the independence of Paraguay. Between its walls, the emancipation from the Spanish domain was planned in a silent and brave manner. Paraguay also has a rich political history. General Alfredo Stroessner is a well-known figure in the political world of Paraguay. He began a 35-year dictatorship in 1954 and stayed in power until 1989. A dictatorship is a form of government in which one person has complete control. Severe restrictions on individual freedom were a hallmark or legacy of his reign. His term finally ended in 1989 when Stroessner was overthrown in a violent coup. After Stroessner was removed, General André Rodriguez, the second in command of the army, took power and led the way in creating a democratic society for Paraguay. Currently, Paraguay is a republic headed by a president elected for a 5-year term and assisted by a vice president. He or she cannot be re-elected for a consecutive term like presidents in the United States can. In June of 2012, Paraguay impeached President Fernando Lugo due to political scandals and poor performance, and his vice president, Luis Federico Franco Gomez, replaced Lugo. Recently, in April of 2013, general elections were held, and the new president of Paraguay will be Horacio Cartes. He is scheduled to take office on August 15, 2013. His campaign promises to create jobs for Paraguayans, modernize public enterprises, and improve the country's infrastructure. Horacio Cartes will serve his term in the Palacio de López. The palace is where government officials carry out their duties, and it is located in the capital city of Asunción. The shanty towns of Paraguay are located along the river in Asunción. The lack of zoning laws is a major reason government buildings and shantytowns have become neighbors in Paraguay. Though they are overcrowded, the residents of the shantytowns value their pieces of land and consider their living spaces to be unique. Moving on from the shantytowns, we'll take a look at school life in Paraguay. Both Guarani and Spanish are taught in Paraguay schools, and children typically attend from ages 7 to 13. Unfortunately, most rural children do not make it into higher levels of academics because they are needed at home to help their families. Unlike in the United States, in Paraguay, public schools typically require uniforms for their students, while private schools typically do not. Of course, one cannot pay for education without money. In Paraguay, the currency is called Guarani, and it is currently the least valued currency within North and South America. However, Paraguayans work hard to keep their country afloat. Nyanduti lace is the most famous of Paraguay's textiles. Nyanduti is the Guarani word for spider's web. It is a lace made from cotton and is made on a wooden frame. It is prized by Paraguayans and tourists alike. Other textiles include leather shoes and bags, pottery, basketry, jewelry, and woodworking. After a hard day's work, a traditional meal is welcomed by Paraguayans. Two staple foods for Paraguayans are maíz, or corn, and manioc, a root vegetable. Chipa is also a very popular food in Paraguay. Chipa are small, baked, cheese-flavored bread rolls. They are made in clay ovens called catacuas. Other traditional foods include sopa paraguaya, which is a dense, custard-like corn flour and cheese bread, and bori bori, or a thick soup with cornmeal dumplings and chicken. Manioca are similar to potatoes and are eaten at almost every meal. They are a native crop of Paraguay. And throughout the day, many Paraguayans will sip on mate, the national drink of Paraguay. Yerba mate is a tea prepared of mate herbs. When served cold, the tea is called tereré, and when served hot, it is just referred to as mate. One can prepare the beverage with the mate, a gourd, a straw or bombilla, and water. Mate dulce is mate that has had sugar added to it for a sweeter taste. The Paraguayan harp is the national instrument of Paraguay, and Paraguayans hold the music dear to their hearts. Nicholas Carter, whom many of you know from camp, is one of these famous harp players. Along with music, dancing is something many Paraguayans are good at. The bottle dance, or gayopa, is a famous Paraguayan folk dance performed by women. The dancers balance glass bottles on their heads, with experienced dancers able to balance as many as 7 on top of their head. And what Paraguayan tourist would be satisfied without learning about the country's soccer team? The national team for Paraguay has achieved many titles, including a silver medal in the 2004 Olympic Games. They've also made it to the FIFA World Cup 7 times. The most important religious festival in Paraguay is the Virgen de Cayucupé, which is celebrated on December 8th. The image of La Virgen at Cayucupé is thought to have miraculous powers. People come from all over, many sick or suffering, in hopes that La Virgen will heal them. The whole town has festivities and attractions on this day, and it is very special to witness it. Another important holiday for Paraguayans is the Fiesta de San Juan. This festival, dedicated to St. John, or San Juan, is celebrated June 24th, with many games and theatrics that involve forecasting the future and playing with fire. Women play fortune-telling games about finding husbands and predicting their marriages, and men show their strength with games of fire. This festival is close to the solstice, and some speculate that pagan solstice rituals are the reason for the popularity of fire during this holiday. Now that you have a better understanding of Paraguay, we hope you enjoy your stay.